Hey, it's Finn. 2005 was the mighty year of Revenge of the Sith, the film that was going to wrap up the Star Wars prequels. Whether people want to admit it or not, they were excited to see how this trilogy was going to wrap up. Within this Star Wars mania, hidden was the toys, novels, and trailers. Was a video game. No, not that one. Revenge of the Sith for PS2 and Xbox, no GameCube. Mainly because I suspect it couldn't hold this game's main appeal. Clips from the upcoming film. Yes, you heard that right. Featuring scenes from the upcoming major blockbuster. So if you wanted to get yourself a sneak peek at the film before it released, why not pick this game up? A cheeky good marketing strategy, if I say so myself. But the film's been out a good 20 years now, so how does this tie-in game hold up? I say we take a look at it, so let's begin Revenge of the Sith. We begin with a sneak peek of the film's opening battle, and we're thrown into gameplay where we fight some droids. This game is your pretty standard action beat 'em up, with light and heavy attacks, and of course a few cheeky force powers since it's not Star Wars, but the ability to defy gravity. This opening level has us play as Anakin within the hangar of a ship, and we help R2 turn on the elevator and open some basic doors to get us to progress. The level acts as a basic tutorial, only throwing one weak and one strong enemy type at us. This level was a blast to play through and got me excited to continue my Jedi adventure. Now, Anakin and Obi-Wan begin to break the Minecraft rule of digging straight down, and we end up in what I believe might be the engine room of this ship, but it feels more like the swimming pool, judging off all the water everywhere. We also get ourselves a new enemy type in here. This one refuses to die and really likes giving you hugs. This is our first chance to play as Obi-Wan, who pretty much plays the same as Anakin for now. And we venture through the area, throwing our lightsaber at things, and fighting everything till we reach the end of the level. This level wasn't as good as the previous one, but did feature an interesting thing in which that it covered a scene that was deleted from the film. It's kind of cool to play through this stuff. I think this is also a good time to talk about this game's upgrade tree. At the end of each level, you can use points that you earned within the level in order to upgrade our two characters. This includes some basic stuff like force, powers and lightsaber skills, but hey, it's always nice to get this stuff, so let's move into level 3. This level begins with us in a drive-by with some droidicas, and to get away from that we hop in the elevator and start going down, fight off man's worst enemy, the Buzz Droid. These jetpack guys, I don't know the name of, pull up on some unsuspecting droids, fix the elevator, and now we're going up. This level is great fun, fast paced, lots of action. Didn't overstay its welcome. I love this level. Now it's time to confront Dooku. I missed the memo that he was trained in the art of Tekken. Seriously. Look at the juggle that man just pulled off. But I slowly began to understand how to fight. He softly drops an entire walkway on Obi-Wan, and now, me and him, battle. We fight on this balcony. Near this dangerous reactor, I proceed to use his face to sweep the floor, and then straight up murder him. No do it required. This level is probably the best so far. I mean, it's just a classic Star Wars lightsaber fight. What's not to love? The next level sadly slows down the hype from the last one, as it almost turns to a side-scrolling beat-em-up, as we have to kill waves of enemies to move on to the next screen. We repeat the same process, then for some reason we end off the level by going into a turret segment destroying the ship in front of us. Well, that came out of nowhere. The next level has us fight off the gods of no hit registration while Grievous does his best impression of an English guy squaring you up outside of the local pub. We don't have to fight on the world's strongest glass. Seriously, look at that stuff. It's surviving all these droids and my bad lightsaber aim. Then we're yet again fighting the center of the room before the level which proceeds to, well, end out of nowhere. Hey, we finally get control of Obi-Wan again, and we meet my new least favourite enemy. These guys. Still don't have a name for them. They do not stop blocking and take so long to kill. It also highlighted a major issue with this game for me, which is that I'd have to stand around and just wait to heal myself, because this game doesn't really have checkpoints that often, so I would have to just keep restarting the level. Next, we dodged some turrets, did my best Leon Kennedy impression, and we fight this crab, rodeo style. The next level has us fend off the entire droid army while completing errands for everyone, such as stopping these turrets, fighting some more crabs, while I get my ass kicked with no help at all from the clones. God, they are not being subtle with how much they want Obi-Wan dead, are they? Now, it's time for my showdown against Grievous. First we fight in the circular room, then for some reason in a coal mine where Grievous shows us his secret weapon, a gun. He then does this nefarious walk and we confront him on the landing pad where he gets folded. Damn, This boss fight was disappointingly easy. I wasn't looking for like Dark Souls, but come on, this was too easy. Next, we get ourselves a very interesting level. We get to fight Mace Windu as Anakin. I would have really liked to have seen this in the film. Unlike Grievous, Windu actually has some insane combo skills, but he's a little bit stupid as he keeps trying to run into an invisible wall. Anakin then delivers the most brutal kill ever as he stabs Mace Windu. This level is great and actually my favourite level so far. It should be stated that after this level, Anakin's PNG turns evil because, well, he's evil now. It's time for a cheeky bit of Order 66. So after kebabbing a woman, we fight these kids in order to wipe out the Jedi Temple. God, this level is so fun. It does also feature enemies who won't stop blocking, like the enemies from before, but a big change here is because it's with a lightsaber, and therefore in the guise of a lightsaber duel, it makes it infinitely more fun. They also found a way to sneak a turret segment into this level. I suspect that the game director had been playing a lot of shooters when making this game. This level did pose me one question though. I wonder if any parents ever brought their child this game and were mortified to see them going on a massacre in the Jedi Temple. Now, we fight this random Padawan who has a severe case of trash talking, but Anakin won't allow this, so we take her out by crushing her with a pillar. But this upsets Sindralic, also known as Jedi Master Neo, who keeps using his slowdown abilities to kick my ass. Also, he learned the art of corner camping from his favourite fighting game. Fun fact, this film is actually very briefly shown in the fight when Obi-Wan sees the hologram of Anakin. It's really cool that this fight was included in the game and it made it a very fun double boss fight. But the fight doesn't last that long and Anakin uses the skill of throwing a Wiimote at the TV to win. Now, after causing a massacre, we're back with good old Obi-Wan. And now we're public enemy number 1. We have both the clones and the droids trying to kill us. And for a fun fact, this is actually the level I got stuck on as a kid, but it actually seems quite easy. I'm taking down everyone fairly easily and making my escape until Obi-Wan was hit by a nuke. And then I realised why I struggled. But we take down the nuke ship and go for another scrap with this tank before getting on our ship and escaping the planet. Back with Anakin, we head to Mustafar in order to deal with the Separatists, where we meet enemies who are the definition of stunlock, and enemies who yet again will not stop guarding. This whole level is just too long and repetitive. The setting for the level is really cool though, with the lava and everything. I'm also able to give the award of most boring boss fight seen on this channel so far to this ship. You fight at the end of the level and God, it is such a boring fight. Funnily enough, during this level, my recording software stopped, and I was dead worried I wouldn't have enough gameplay to show you. Good thing you're not missing anything though. Let's hope the next level is better, and hell yeah, it is! We go to the Jedi Temple, and we have Yoda with us. Hi Yoda. We fight through on the corridors, seeing the damage we caused earlier as Anakin, which is a cool detail. We also find the old woman that Anakin kebabbed earlier, and find ourselves in an interesting boss fight against these assassin clones. You need to parry them or use the Force on to get an attack on them. This level took us back to why this game is so good. Hell, they even found a way to sneak in another turret section somehow. I really like this level. Definitely an improvement over the last one, for sure. Here we are, the fight against Anakin, where he's got the most wham health bar known to man, and he can't stop trash talking me for some reason. Please stop, Anakin. He also appears to have learned the art of backflipping. This fight takes us everywhere, and Obi-Wan decides it's time to make a leap of faith. We also have our last part of the fight on these floating rafts, and Obi-Wan says his infamous line,
"It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!"
Darth Vader is born, and Obi-Wan forces his child onto this unsuspecting family. This fight is great fun, and I loved all of it. All the mechanics came together to make the ultimate final battle. Interestingly enough though, while this was the final battle, it's not the final level. You can now go back and play a slightly harder version of this same fight, but now you play as Anakin. The fight is exactly the same set piece wise, but with this version, Anakin actually kills Obi-Wan, and then the Emperor! This is really cool. They didn't need to include this, but damn, I like it. But wait, there's more. The game's story may be over, but let's look at some extra content. The game features a dueling mode that can be played alone or in split screen. This is great. You actually play as characters from story mode. And with this game's combat, it feels like a real fighting game. Damn. I'd love a Star Wars fighting game. Hey, no, not that one. We also have some co-op wave-based survival mode, I think. I didn't play too much of this mode, to be entirely honest with you. You can play it with the AI split screen. I think you are just fending off waves of enemies. I didn't want to play all these stages, it was quite a boring mode. But, if we're looking for something cool, we also have these bonus missions, like this cool one when we play as Yoda in Order 66. Or my personal favourite, this episode 4 inspired one, where we played the Obi-Wan and Vader fight. This was a very neat thing to include in this game. So, that was Revenge of the Sith the game. So, I think it's time we answer our question. Is it worth playing this game some 20 years later? And the answer to that is hell yes. This game holds up really well. Yeah, it has a few downsides, but it's definitely worth trying if you haven't. It'd be really nice to see this game get the remaster treatment. It's kind of odd it didn't, considering it was the 20th anniversary this year and all. Damn. It was nice to finally play a good game on this channel. You know what's also nice? You watching this video. I really appreciate you've made it to the end. I now have my Twitter available in the channel description if you want to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye!